Welcome back to our channel. Today in today's video I'm going to be teaching you how to come out with a logo, with a restaurant logo like this one that you are seeing here on your screen. Okay, so this is our core concern of today's video. We are going to be actually designing a logo like this one. This logo is for a restaurant. Okay, so now one thing with logo design is that it deals with a lot of creativity and a lot of carefulness, also clarity, examination of the type of logo and where the logo is going to be used. Okay, so this is just a logo for a fresh coffee cafeteria that I designed. So this logo doesn't take much time, so without wasting much of our time, let's go straight to work. We just need our application, which is a Pixellab application, which is a application that I use to do all my designs on mobile phone. This logo was not even designed using any sophisticated equipment or sophisticated software. Just with your Pixellab application, when you launch it, it just comes out on default. So the next thing we are going to do is just to get away with this text that we have in the center. Now the next and after from there, we just have to insert. Okay, we need to insert a shape. So we just go to insert a shape, and we insert a shape, and inside the shape we are going to take the over. Okay, we need an over, so an over, or you can still cover the circle or increase the size a little bit, then I'll drop it there. So now before I move ahead, I need to change the color of this over to be black. Okay, the first over that I insert, the color needs to be black, so I just give it a black color. When I give it a black color, what next? I have to do the duplicate of it. Okay, duplicate, I just have to take copy. That means that I just have to take copy here. Sorry, I just have to take on copy. Okay, when I take on copy, I make a duplicate of it. Then I will change the color of the duplicate to white. Okay, I'll change the color of the duplicate to white. Okay, so now I also have to bring it in the center, but I have to reduce the size so that it doesn't it is not too much that way big. Okay, so now this is it. Make sure that you give it a middle center alignment. Okay, using your relative positioning option under the shape editing the shape editing option, give it middle center. All the shapes, give it the middle center so that your alignment can be okay. Alright, so that your alignment can be okay. So at this junction now, we just have to merge these two shapes. We merge the two shapes now. I'm matching the two shapes. This is now like a one shape. Okay, this is now one shape. So what next? We have just to erase. Okay, we take our erase color. Alright, so please remember that you have eraser and erase color. Some people get confused with this. Alright, so we are going to take erase. So if you are watching this video up to this particular point, please drop a comment, tell us where you are watching from, tell us your name so that we shall out greetings to you in our next session, our next video. Okay, this video today we extend greetings. I extend special greetings to Joy and Tracy for your kind attention, for the way you are following Impact Views. Your attention is one of the main things that keep encouraging us to go again every day. We keep producing more educative video like this one that we are having now on your screen now. Okay, so now we have to come with another shape again. So now this particular juncture, I still need an over. Okay, I still need an over. So but now before I go now to work on this one, I'll just come here to this management, the layer management tool. I'll lock this one. Okay, I'll hide it. So when you see, when I click on this eye here, it hides it. Okay, so that I can freely work on this one. Alright, so now I will return back now. Then we need another one again, but this time the reason why I'm making this one is because the size is not going to be the same like the other one. I will need just to also turn this one into black also. Then I'll make a copy of it again. I'm going to make a copy of it again. Now I'll change the color of the copy to something like to be a white color. Okay, to be a white color. Now this is when you look at this video, you understand what we are trying to create here. We are creating the plate. Okay, we are creating the plate of that logo, as you can see it here. Okay, just preview on this one, you can see now. Okay, what I'm going to do here is that I have to merge these two also. Okay, so we come there, here we need to click on this one, and this one. Okay, so these are the two that we are going to mesh. You don't have to touch anything on this one. Okay, so there is nothing here. So now I'll need to select these two, then I take merge. Okay, so we take mesh now. So the next thing is to do erase, color erase. Okay, erase color. There's a difference between erase, because here you can see something like erase, and you also have the next one, which is the erase color. Okay, by default this erase color always goes away with it always get away with the white color. So I increase the tolerance to maybe 50, okay, or 54. I end it. All right, now the next thing, hide this other one that is behind. Okay, I'll change the color here to be the first color, the one behind. I'll make the color to be white. All right, I'm going to give it the color white. All right, so now the second one, which is now this one, we are going to also give it another, we are also going to bring it so that it stands here, okay, in the middle. So make sure that you use the middle center alignment for both of them. Make sure that you use the middle center alignment for both of them. Okay, so middle center alignment, middle center alignment. Okay, so make sure that this got to cover very well. Okay, so now at this particular junction we need to on this top one. So the shadow that we are giving there is a black shadow. Then I reduce the radius of the shadow, then I can now increase it. Please make sure that you also turn the color to white. Sorry, turn the color of this black one also to white. Okay, so that you can be able to see anything that you are doing here. You can be able to see it very well. So now we give the shadow now. We give the shadow now. So this is a shadow that we are giving it there. So we give our shadow. So now it depends, you must not follow by what I'm doing. So it depends on where you want your lighting, that you presume that your guest or your customer should assume that the light is coming from. Okay, I want to keep mine in this way, assuming the light is coming from this particular direction. So the next thing that we need there is what we need, the coffee mug. Okay, we need the coffee mug. Just hide these two now first. I'll hide these two. Okay, so after when we cut this is now to create the handle of this mug. Okay, when we have inserted the mug, the next thing is to create the handle. So I'll just make a duplicate. I'll just make the duplicate again, then I'll change the color to black. Okay, I'll change the color to black. Now I need to just make a copy of this. I make a copy of this, then I'll change this other copy to white. All right, I'll change the other copy color to white. So now we have it here. Now the next thing is that I need to come, I position this one, so you know the target of what we want, right? We need something that will be like a handle of this mug. So at this particular junction in time, I can now merge these two. Okay, so I merge the two. Then after matching it, we just have to get to do erase color. So the erase color helps to get away with the white color while keeping us behind with this other color, okay, with the black color. Now assuming that this is how we want it to be, so now the next thing here is that we need to take perspective. All right, we use perspective here. So the perspective now will help us to really give us some good type of curving. Okay, the perspective will help us to give us some type of curving here to make sure that it curves very well. So you use the perspective there. And now the other thing is that after now you have to send it to back. Just send it to back. When you send to back, because our technique here is to make sure that we come up with this handle. Okay, so we take send to back. So when you take send to back, now you can now start positioning it. You can now position it. So we can do rotate here. Okay, so now this is now the handle of our coffee mug. Okay, so now what next are we going to do? So we have to merge the two also. All right, we just have to make sure that we merge the two. So these are our two visible layers. So this is why I always hide the other ones. Okay, so that we can work with this. All right, always hide in case you have so many things that you are working on it. So now this is the logo. Now we make sure that we change everything all completely to white here. Okay, all completely to white. So now this is the white. Now I'm just going to keep this logo here. So now we can now bring back the other logo so that you start seeing what we are trying to come out with. Okay, assuming that this is our logo that we have. So we are at this particular point in time now. So now what next are we going to do? For this handle to be facing your left hand side, so we'll just go to crop. Okay, you will now take here. So when you go to crop, you will now click here on this other side to rotate it. Okay, you rotate the coffee mug and keep it on this side. So I can now take it out of here a little bit. All right, can take it out of here. So that is how we get to this particular juncture. Okay, now this is not yet over, so we also need to make sure that this coffee mug also have some space inside. So here I'll just take copy. When I take copy now, I'll reduce the size. Then I'll first change the first coffee mug color to be black. Okay, and it will give you the color black. Now this new one that we just copy, will bring it and just place it inside there. So this, what are we going to do here? So at this particular point now, assuming that this is the coffee mug that we have. Alright, so we just have to come here, we select the two also, then we take merge and we take erase color. Okay, this erase color is one of the greatest techniques that most graphics designers use in creating some strongest logos that you always see around. Okay, so that is just what most of the technique that most of them they use to create most of these strong logos that you see around. They are created using this particular technique. So there is no other technique which is very stronger in creating logos than this technique. Okay, so always try to apply it, always try to do one or two, always try to manifest and also see if it is working for you. Okay, because one of the key concepts when it comes to artwork or any skill is that you need to be in constant practice. You need to try, make errors. Okay, interact with other people that are already into the field. Hear about your own vision of what you have done. Open your work, let people criticize you. Okay, even me, when I'm done designing, I go to other public groups, I post my work there, I ask the other graphic designer that they should criticize the work. I post there for them to appreciate me. I post there and tell them criticize my work. So after from the critics that they give, I hope to rebuild me so that I'll take corrections and keep working to improve myself, because like it is said that learning never ends. Okay, so at this point we are applying the shadow there. Okay, we are applying the shadow, so this is our shadow here. Now the next thing that we need here is what we need, the spawn. All right, so the spawn, for the spawn you can still design the spawn, but for the sake of time I already have the spawn that I downloaded. Okay, you can check in the comment section, there will be a folder known as the materials. Okay, there will be a folder there known as the materials, so you can also get everything that you need there in this material folder. So I'll first crop to make sure that I don't have any wasted space here. Then now I'll rotate. All right, I'll rotate it. I have to take rotate. When I rotate it, I reduce the size. Until when they can fit here. Okay, so that is one of the things that we have to do here. So I'll increase this out a little bit to make it to go out, but I'll increase it here. So now at this particular juncture, what did you have to do? We need to use perspective, okay, to make sure that we really make that it should go down. In our next tutorial, when we'll be learning how to do packaging, you are going to understand what I'm saying. So when you take perspective, first of all you enable it, then which side did you want that it should go down, you press it down. Okay, just press it down so that it really goes down very well. Okay, so that is just what perspective will help you to do. So now after that, you can see that it is now like right inside. Okay, it is now inside. So now the next thing that we are going to do is I just need to make sure that I take it also closer very well to the coffee mug. Now, or assuming that our work is okay, the black, this one is already in black, so I need to first, or I need to also change this color to white. Okay, I need to change the color to, no, I need to allow it on black. Then I make a copy of it. Then when I make a copy of it, I reduce the size a little bit, the size of the copy one, and I'll change the color to white. Okay, first change the color to white so that it has some difference, so that it can be seen very well. Okay, now when I change my color, I can still come here on relative size. Okay, using this relative size because it's one of the places that you can resize your work very well. So you are resizing it so that you can see very well on how it is fitting with this one. I resize because I want it, you know, already know what we want to do here. Okay, so at this particular point, let's assume that it's okay here. Let's assume that everything is okay here. So the next thing that we have to do here is what? We merge the spawns also. We merge the spawn. Okay, so now when we merge the spawn here, the next thing is what? We now have to take erase color. So erase color will get away with the white and leaving us with the black. Okay, so we can also increase the tolerance, and also I'll return this one now to white. Okay, I'll return it to white. Okay, so I can when I return, then I give it also a shadow. Okay, so this is 3D design as you were saying. So I give it a shadow there. So you can increase, we can give the y-axis like a negative, the y-axis -5, and the x-axis like a +4. Okay, so that is it for now at this particular junction. That means that if you have got off to this level, you are already like 70% done on this particular design. Alright, so the next thing that we need is like something which show that there is coffee. Like coffee, we need something like a form of vapor. So in this case, I have the coffee beans that I download, so I'm just going to take art, then I go to my gallery where I save my picture. Okay, we have something like the coffee. I have the coffee beans that I downloaded, so now I need to bring the coffee beans here. Okay, my coffee beans. All right, like I said, you can just check the link. There's a link in the description called materials. Click there, it will give you access to download all this. All right, so now this is the coffee beans here. Now I need to use these coffee beans now just to create my vapor. Okay, to create the vapor, which I'm going to be using it here. Now what I need to do here is, first of all, I need to come on erase now. Okay, please, this time not erase color but erase. So now I increase this point down, this pointer that you see it down here that I'm increasing. The reason why I always increase it so that I can have an erase handle, so that because if you don't increase here, you like have issues. Okay, you like have issues on maybe having the erase handle. So now when I also increase my eraser, then I'll increase the fading. Okay, now this is what I call the erase handle. I put my hand right down here, but I'm erasing something up there. Okay, so this will help me to avoid like deleting what I do not want to delete, because maybe my finger cover it and I cannot discover that I'm erasing something that I don't supposed to erase. Okay, so I'm going to get out. I'm going to get away with one side of this coffee beans. Okay, I'm going to get away with one side of the coffee beans. Now I'm going to take okay. So after when I'm done there, there's still some spot. Always make sure that you delete it very well. Okay, you can even increase the zoom so that you see it very well. So like I can come here and increase the zoom to see if I delete everything very well. I still have some spots up here that are not deleted. Okay, so I'll come here also, I'll delete this spot that are still there so that I have a clean work for it. Now the next thing is that after doing all this, we have to come here now and we take on what we change the color to white. Okay, we change the color to black, so that will be the first thing. Then the second thing after changing the color to black is that I rotate it. Okay, or you can still keep it the other side, all depends on. I will now do the copy and paste. I will do copy, then I'll change the color of the copy one to white. So you always discover that the technique here is using the black and white spacing. Okay, black and white spacing, that is a technique that we use, that we are always using it, alright, to come out, especially when it is like dealing to coming out with professional logos. So you always use the black and white technique to come out with that. Okay, so I can increase the size to make sure that it covers here very well. Then I'll take match and center. Okay, I'll take match. When I match it, I will just have to get away with the color, with the white color. Okay, that is why I was increasing the white color to be big. So I'll take erase color, erase the white color, increase tolerance. After getting away with the white spacing, after getting away with this white spacing, now we can see that we are at the level of getting our vapor. Okay, getting the vapor. So now I rotate this one, then I can reduce the size of this one. Oh, sorry. Okay, this is one of the area that I did not make it intentionally, but it has just helped me to remind you of something. Okay, once you finish with anything and you are position it and you are like scared that you want to be arranged, you want to keep arranging your work and you finally tamper with it, just like try to make sure that you come here on the channel management, on the layer management option. Okay, then you come here, you press on this key. So this key part will help you to lock your work, okay, so that nothing is going to move it again. So I'm just going to come here, I lock these layers now. So when I lock all these layers now, I come now, you see that even no matter what I'm doing on my screen, it cannot still move again. Okay, so the thing is that we just need this vapor. So now I got it here, we press it, and we press it there. You can now change the color to white also. Okay, change the color to white. Now I give it a shadow also, make sure that you give it a shadow. Okay, so now shadow, we take this here. Okay, so just give it the x-axis only. Okay, so give it 6. So we can now give the y-axis like -1. Okay, like -1. So now this is it. So we are going now to take copy. We just copy it because we still need something of the same nature. Okay, but this particular time I will take rotate. I can take rotate, then I reduce the size. Okay, I reduce the size. I reduce the size, then I also place it there. So now the next thing is also we also need to make another copy again. Okay, also it's left to you. If you like, you can still keep it or to be the same like this. Okay, you take the size and still keep it back to be like this, but you need to shift it out, so increase this one a little bit. Okay, so now we also have to bring this other one here. So it's just like a designing technique to make your work to look more real. Okay, giving reality to your work. Yeah, making your client to know that, to see the reality in the work that you are giving to, because it's not just about the fact to convince a client to work with you, but giving them the reality to see that, oh, what you are doing to them is really real. It really look real in the visual, although still in the visual reality, but it is real. Okay, so that is just what you have to do here. So you can also rotate. You rotate this one, last one a little bit, then you place it there. So what I'm going to do here is that I'm going to the layer management option. All these coffee beans that you are seeing, I'm going to keep it all behind the coffee mug. Alright, we are going to hide it all behind this coffee mug. So just click on the layer, drag it down, click on the layer, you drag it down, you click on the layer, you drag it down. Okay, so that is just it. Okay, so what next? We are going to merge all this. Alright, we are going to merge all this. So this is like already the end of this tutorial. So after merging it, you see that we already have it all here. Okay, so now this is our logo. This is our restaurant logo that we already come out with it. So now that there is one thing that you can also do here, we need to just add the background color. Okay, the background color that I'm using is this dark blue. Okay, the dark blue color. Now after giving them my dark blue color, the next thing that I'm going to do is like to do some little animation here. I have to animate this logo to make sure that when somebody see this logo, then the person should be like really yearning for the logo. Okay, so that when anybody that sees this logo should be like, actually I need this logo. I have this other one that I also use here. I'm going to just crop it. Okay, I'm going to crop because actually I don't need all free. I just need just part of it. Okay, we just need part of it. So now this is like I call the mockup, creating mockup. So mockup is just like trying to perfect your work, trying to give it some reality. So now this is it. I have this one here, so I reduce the size. I just have to reduce the size here and now turn the color there to green. Okay, so I turn the color here to green. Please don't forget to hit your subscribe button, like, share, drop a comment if you are watching this video. Okay, so that this is just the other thing that you can give to us and to motivate us to keep on dropping educational content like this one. All right, so also use your mobile data or your mobile internet connection judiciously. Use it to create something, use it to learn something that can really help you, like makes you an income. Okay, like one millionaire said that learn and you later remove the LA there. So when you learn later, just remove the LA, so now you start earning. Okay, so after when I've done that, I just need to take copy here. I get the copy of it, so I'll change the color to something of still green, but this time not like this dark green that I used, but like something like shouting green. Okay, I can use this other green. So I'll bring it now also to the positioning where they will be together, but a little bit overlaying each other, okay, like something like this nature. But I do not want to use this color. Just switch back the color again. Okay, let me go to my color. I wanted this color. Okay, I want this color. So now what we do here is that we have to match this also, these two. Okay, just match also these two. When you merge it now, we can now increase it. Okay, we can increase it. So now we start making copy of it. Make copy of it. You drop it somewhere inside your coffee mug. So we are giving more of reality to this. Okay, so I can also even crop one. I can crop this one to make sure that we don't have these small beans. We just have the big beans there. Okay, so we can crop, we can take, I can make this one to be the biggest leaf, then I send to back here. Not copy, but just send to back here. So this is one of the biggest leaves here, so I will just keep it somewhere here around the back part. Or then we can keep on adding this. Okay, we take copy, we can keep adding this. We take copy, we add on here. Okay, we just add on here. So now this is how it looks like. Now we are almost done. Now the next thing is like some powder. Okay, you saw me putting some powder with shop inside your that are going to be dropped in the material folder. So just check the description, you click on the link, it's going to take you there so that you can see it. So now I position it here, then I just take send to back. Okay, I put it on the back position, then I can turn the color also like to white. All right, send the color to white, so like it will be like a powder. Okay, be like a powder that is there. So I can still copy this powder, okay, which is right down. I'll take copy there, then I'll change the color also to yellow. Okay, maybe something like this. Then I can now reduce the opacity maybe to 73. Then I still bring it there at the center, but I still keep it at the back. Okay, I still take send to back. So you can now see that we are almost done with this logo. The next thing that you just need to do here is what? Give a name of your logo, as maybe the company or the person, your client told you that his company name is. Just write the name of your logo, and your logo is good now to be delivered, and your client is now good to start using the logo. Okay, so that is just it. So this part now is just like giving animation to your work. Okay, it's not like compulsory that you have to do this, because already on the first set you were already done with this logo. So here it's just like giving animation. So the next thing is that just give a name to your company. Okay, so just say that I'll just put here your company name. Okay, your company name. So the thing in creating logo is that just imagine what the company is into, then you try to give the reality onto it before you come out with any name. Okay, so just give them before you come out with the idea of it, because this is like for restaurant. If I was designing this for maybe for a fashion and clothing, it's going to be different. Now after when you are done with all this, just give it a very nice font type, give it a very nice font for your work, so that because the font is also going to play a very good part of the design. Okay, you give it a very good font so that it plays also a good part of the design. And the first thing is that you need to save in PNG. You can just also off the background before you save it, or you can, and after now you make sure that you also save as a project, like project 1. Okay, if you are starting, you can call this one project 1. Okay, so now you also have to save also in like an image. Okay, PNG, so that at the end of the day you can still do other things with it. So higher, I always take very high. Then after saving, you can also save as a normal image with the background color that it was there before. So it was this one. So any other color that you can use here, even the green background, you can see it's still going dark green. So I still save, I can still save here. Then I give it a very high. So why are you saving like this? So that at the end of the day you can still come back and you do some editing. Okay, like I can still change the color of this. You can still change the color of this entire logo. Maybe we give it something else. Okay, you can still change the color anytime that you want. Yeah, so that is one of the reasons why you have like to keeping your work in different formats. Okay, so see you in the next day. If you are watching us up to this level, that means that you are already 100% done, and you can now prepare yourself for the next session. You can now learn some other new things, so long as designing, graphics design is concerned, and keep yourself updated. Okay, so the only thing that we always play that you can do for us is just like give us a like, a comment, and tell us where you are watching the video from. Alright, so this is the only payment that you can give us as of now. We are not requesting you to pay, but you can also subscribe for membership by clicking the join button. Okay, when you click on the join button, you can also subscribe for your membership and be part of the community. Thank you, and see you in the next video.